The idea being that nuclear power, for all of its faults, oh God, don't say faults, nuclear power for all of its drawbacks is pretty good compared to fossil fuels when it comes to carbon emissions. It remains to be seen if the disaster in Japan changes the Obama administration's pro-nuclear stance. If it does not, we are likely to get new nuclear power plants in this country for the first time since the early 1970s. And yes, if you are doing the math at home, that means all of the 100-plus nuclear power plants operating in the United States right now date from the early 70s at best. One of them we highlighted on this show on Tuesday, Diablo Canyon in California. When it was being built, we were told it was nowhere near any earthquake faults. Then it turned out it was near two of them, one about 3 miles away, the other less than a mile away. Diablo Canyon has already been subject to billions of dollars worth of retrofitting construction costs, including $2 billion worth of costs because some of the seismic retrofitting construction at the plant was done by people who were looking at the blueprints backwards. Not kidding. And in the midst of all of this, of the crisis at Fukushima and the coming to light of decades of peril at Diablo Canyon, the plant's owner is busy trying to extend its license to operate this nuclear plant, which has tempted fate from the day it was built. The state senator who represents the district in which Diablo Canyon is located has been doing his darndest to get attention paid to the safety problems at this little fission machine. His name is Senator Sam Blakesle. He is a Republican. He's also a geophysicist with a doctorate in earthquake studies, and he joins us now. Senator, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Rachel, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for taking an interest in this important issue.
Well, let me ask you if it is clear to you that we understand and appreciate all of the earthquake risks at the Diablo Canyon nuclear plant.
I would, in fact, say it's abundantly clear that we do not. As you rightfully mentioned in your introduction, the Hosgri fault was discovered after the site was already designated as the location of this nuclear power plant. The data was already present from oil companies that knew that fault was out there. The utility didn't find it until much too late, a very significant fault. And I became very engaged on this issue when I was elected in 2005 and began getting legislation put together. And a second fault was found. This one literally hundreds of meters from the facility, quite a large fault, and it may actually intersect with this larger Hosgri fault offshore. So we may have this confluence of two faults which actually link up, thereby creating the potential of a very significant earthquake very close to the facility, which of course would be a worst-case scenario for us.
Do you think that means that Diablo Canyon is inherently seismically unsafe or seismically unsuited to operate as a nuclear facility, or do you think